Starting right now, we've got starting lineups coming for you here in just a bit. The tip-off beginning right now as Gutierrez and number 12, Antonio Richmond for Northrop fight for the ball. The ball goes out of bounds on the tip-off, and it'll stay with the Chargers. And this is Matt Michael along with Steve Rubish. We got a good matchup up tonight, right?
Yeah. We got Carroll front. Got pretty decently young. They've played really impressively lately. I haven't really had a chance to see Northrop yet, but I know Carroll's been playing really good.
Yeah, it should be a great matchup between the two. The first shot was put up by Carroll. It's 2-0. A three-point shot just made by Northrop. It'll make the score 3-2. That shot was by number 12, Antonio Richmond. His first points in the night. For Carroll, number 3, Chris Terry had the ball. It was knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Chargers. Chris Terry will look around. He'll find number 25, Alex Hammond. Hammond will bring it up court. Hammond looking for a pass, gets it over to number 41, Keller Gutierrez, who passes it up to Converset. Converset will move his way up, and he'll make the shot, and he'll bank off the rim and miss, but a nice rebound by Hammond up to Gutierrez, and he'll make a nice shot. Great passing there by the Carroll offense, and Keller Gutierrez with the shot there. Nice offensive drive there.
Yeah, Alex Hammond, he's only a freshman, but he's been pretty impressive in the first couple games.
Yeah, their whole team as a whole, the varsity squad should definitely be excited for the next couple of years with the players that they got here.
Yeah, there's 5 freshmen from Maple Creek, 4 of them on JV. Yeah, 3 on JV, 1 on varsity.
Right, that's something. The shot by Northrop's number 21, Logan Griggs. The three-point shot is missed. Keller Gutierrez with the rebound. He'll get it to Hammond. Nice defensive play by Griggs, but it'll stay with the Chargers. Over to number 21 for the Chargers, Austin Thomas. He's fouled as he tried to drive in. And it won't be he didn't take a shot there, so it'll just go out of bounds. So number 3, Chris Terry, will take it out of bounds. And he'll look around, find Hammond. Hammond's got a nice looking shot, and he nails it. Inside the 3-point range, but still gets the points. A nice looking shot there by Hammond.
And Carroll's off to a quick 6-3 lead. Been pretty impressive so far.
Yeah, they're making their shots, and they're playing pretty good D. The shot by Northrop, a little hesitation, but the shot is made by number 12, Antonio Richmond. Makes the game 6-5 for the Chargers. Hammond will trying to get past Richmond here, or Griggs. Griggs playing nice defense. He had a nice play on defense just a couple minutes ago here, and but Carroll will keep the ball. Alex Hammond has it. Hammond will get it over to Chris Terry, trying to make a move. Terry will make a nice pass over to Hammond, over to Gutierrez. He fakes on the 3. Now looking around for another pass. He's trying to get it inside. There's this great D by Northrop. Now Austin Thomas has it. The bat out by number 13, Trevor Wilson for the Bruins. Went out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Chargers. But great defense there by the Northrop Bruins.
They're really aggressive trying to get those steals.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with kind of suffocating the Charger offense. The inbounds from Terry over to Austin Thomas. Thomas trying to look for somebody. Gets it back to Chris Terry. Terry trying to make a move. Looks over to Austin Thomas. Thomas trying to make a move inside. And nice defense again by Northrop. It goes up and it now goes out of bounds after a couple tips in the air. You're going to say jump ball as it'll hit at the end, and it'll stay with Carroll. I think that's a pretty good call. Wasn't really sure who that went out of right there. So now the referee's kind of talking it over here a bit more. And your thoughts on the early parts of this game?
I think both teams are playing pretty good. Carroll's been making their shots, and Northrop has too, and they've been playing some really good, tight defense. Yeah,
I think that's the main thing here in the first 3 minutes that they've played. defense has been the story so far, but nice shots have been made by both teams as well. The defense is playing good. The teams are making good, nice-looking shots. Carroll will keep it after the referees discuss for a sec. Chris Terry trying to inbound it. He'll get it back to Austin Thomas. Again, great D by Northrop. Maybe a little too good as he held on to him. And it'll be a Northrop foul. So number 13, Trevor Wilson. Chris Terry again with the inbound. Hammond will have it. Well, it'd be nice if Carroll can get some points on this long drive that they've had here. Chris Terry looking up, and it fouls. He shot it. Thought it was great D, but turns out to be a little too good as he fouled him. So Chris Terry going on the line for 2 points. This could be big if Carroll can have both of these.
Chris Terry on the free throws. First one. Oh, runs out. Key thing with a lot of teams is winning free throws are just, I mean, you shouldn't miss them because you practice them so much. And
and you know, it's just something that just takes more practice on, and he'll miss both. So kind of a disappointing possession there for Carroll as they had it for a long time, then had a chance to get both free throws and they missed both, but now Northrop has it. Again, great defense again by Carroll as they start to play some defense. Trevor Wilson with a nice drive, but he'll miss. And the rebound by Chris Terry if there was hit, and then from behind, Trevor Wilson knocks it out of Chris Terry's hand. And it went out of bounds on the Charger bench, but Carroll will keep it. Chris Terry comes out.
Saw what Logan Hill is now in.
Yes.
He's going to the inbound.
And also Blake Converset will be added into the mix. So now Alex Hammond will drive it up, give it over to Austin Thomas, who will give it over to Logan Hilly, gets it over to Hammond, Hammond looking over to Converset for three, and he nails it. A good three-point shot there by Blake Converset, and your Chargers now take a 9-5 lead with 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. A great shot there by Converset.
Yeah, they've really been making their open shots so far. They haven't missed.
Yeah, and you know, when you have a team like Northrop, you're going to need to make every shot you possibly can. So they've definitely been doing a great job of that. That pass from number 14, Logan McKinney of Northrop, tried to pass it inside. A little miscommunication there between the Northrop players. Hits off another Northrop player's hands and goes out of bounds. Now Carroll will have the ball. Austin Thomas trying to go up. A nice steal there by McKinney. McKinney now looking around. Great defense again by Northrop. Now Northrop have it. Number 21, Lowell Griggs has it. Now, and the shot there is missed. And it'll stay in Northrop's possession, but it'll be batted around a bit. And Lowell Griggs is there to get to the ball. And Northrop will retain possession. A foul is called. Not really sure what it was.
Push off on number 21, Austin Thomas. Nope.
Yep.
There we go. He's standing around. He doesn't know what he did.
Yeah, he's trying to get a little bit more explanation there from the ref, and the ref is trying to get the call into the scores table. Now it'll stay with Carroll. Oh,
they're gonna call. Never mind. I think they called the push off.
Oh boy.
They called the push off on Northrop, and
okay.
Austin Thomas standing there because I think he got hit in the mouth and he's bleeding.
He's over to Louie over there. In the meanwhile, Kelly Gutierrez gets a nice looking shot.
Knocks down the three.
Another big three-point shot that Carroll has gotten here in the early going with 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now Lowell Griggs will have it. He'll look, get it to number 23, Dunier Lipsy. Lipsy tries to go inside and pass out. He's fouled though.
They're going to call it on.
Is that Logan Hilly?
No, they're going to call it on Conversay.
Okay. So we'll stay with Northrop Bruins. John McKinney will get it in. Now up in front, missed by Northrop. And Chris Terry looked like he had a nice rebound there, and it just tips off his finger. And the ball will stay in Carroll's possession.
Northrop.
Oh, Northrop's, I'm sorry. Nice inbound pass. Look, McKinney will get it. A nice steal there by Keller Gutierrez. Just read that the whole way. Now Gutierrez will bring it back out to set up a play. He'll give it to Chris Terry, the guy we want in this situation. Terry looking around. Tries to make a pass. Almost traveled there. Nice pass to Gutierrez, and he'll just miss. But it goes out, and Gutierrez will get the ball again, and he'll miss again. That's the end of the quarter, though. A good first quarter there for Carroll. The score is 12-5. Your Chargers lead the Bruins. We'll be back with the second quarter. You're listening to CSBN, your worldwide leader in Charger sports.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Gentlemen, you're listening to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. As we're back from the intermission between the first and second quarters. Here's the start of the second quarter as Logan Hilly inbounds for Carroll. Inbounds over to Alex Hammond. Hammond dribbling up, getting past the half-court line. Dishes over to Chris Terry. Chris Terry drives in. Looking for somebody else who gives over to Logan Hilly, who gives over to Tony Orr. He's dribbling around, loses it for a second, but gets it back out to Blake Jackson. Jackson's leading over to Hilly. He's over to Chris Terry for three, and that was a bad miss. And they're going to call it offensive rebound by Blake Jackson, but then they're going to call it travel, so it's a turnover, and Northrop gets the ball.
It's the first real bad three-point shot that Carroll's taken really all game.
Number 21 for Northrop, Lowell Griggs is dribbling up the court, looking for somebody to pass it to. He's going to drive all the way to the hoop and going to get fouled by... I'm going to call a foul. He's going to go shoot 2 free throws. The foul was on number 15, Logan Hilly.
His first, team second. On the line for Northrop, number 21, Lowell Griggs. Shooting 2.
Here's Griggs misses the first free throw.
We've seen three free throw shots taken overall by both teams, and all of them missed. Points needed, really, when you have a defensive game like this.
Those points could really come back to haunt them later in the game as Griggs finally makes one. First free throw of the game for either team. And inbound over to Alex Hammond, back over to Chris Terry. Terry dribbles up the court, gets past half court. Looking for somebody to pass to. He passes over to Alex Hammond, who drives. Nope, kicks it back out to Blake Jackson. He dishes over to Logan Hilly. Hilly over to Tony Orr. As Tony Orr drives the baseline, but takes it back out. Good defense by number 25, Enos Besarevich. It's a weird name. Hilly drives in. Nope, still cannot drive on this Northrop defense. Over to Jackson. Tony Orr is blocking the shot. Fast break for Northrop. Wow. A beautiful pass.
Can't stop that.
Number 23, Donnie Lipsy. Passes over to Antonio Richmond. A fancy little behind the back pass. I think it's some substitutions for Carroll. This is Austin Thomas comes in for Logan Hilly. I think they called a 5-second violation on Carroll, so Northrop's going to get the ball. Number 21 for Northrop, Lowell Griggs inbounds.
Oh, jeez. What a play.
Comes on to Richmond, and Richmond kind of tips it in. Another nice play by Richmond, another nice pass by his teammates.
Defense.
Inbound over to Thomas, and he gets stripped from the ball. Jeez. Number 21, Lowell Griggs recovers, and it's a nice little short jumper. Must have really come out strong in the second quarter.
Yeah, they really have.
That's a stupid shot right there by Carroll. Alex Hammond just takes the ball and drives all the way to the basket and just kind of chucked it up there, and no good. And then Thomas gets the rebound, and then he puts it back up, and he's no good. So 2 bad shots for Carroll. They really want to get better shots than that.
Yeah, Northrop has just been amazing on offense here to begin the game.
And Richmond knocks down a 3. Wow. Carroll was up 12-5 at the beginning of the quarter, and now it's 12-15 Northrop and 10-0 run, as Matt said. I think they're going to call a foul on number 8.
Northrop foul 21.
Oh, they called that on 21, Lowell Griggs on the reach-in. So Carroll retains possession. Chris Terry throws it deep down the court to Tony Orr. He's got past Northrop's defense, and he gets out and one. Converts a 2. Now going for the free throw for the tie. That was a pretty big basket I think Carroll needed.
Yeah, they needed to kind of get comfortable here in the second quarter. Unfortunately, it's almost halfway through, but they can tie it up right here, and it's back to 0-0. The way Northrop's played here at the beginning of the second quarter has been amazing, though, with their passing, and their defense has even gotten better from what it was there in the first quarter. So we'll see what happens here.
Orr gets ready to take his first free throw, or his only free throw, and he makes it. So that's a tie game. We got Carroll 15, Northrop 15. It's pretty key 3 points right there for Carroll after allowing a 10-0 run. You know, something like that could spark something in your team, and maybe Carroll's turn to go on a run.
Yeah, they might need to. The way Northrop has been, starting to get a little hotter from around the court on their shots.
There's number 24, Robert Martin with the jumper. That's short. And rebound Tony Orr. There, dribbles up the court, looking for somebody to pass it. Just shot to Keller Gutierrez, who swings it over to Alex Hammond. Hammond goes cross court over to Chris Terry, and that is over his head and out of bounds. Turnover on the Chargers. I mean, that's 2 not very smart plays by Hammond, but
they're trying to. I think Carroll offense is trying to do anything they can just to get a little space between them and the Northrop defensemen.
And Hammond freshman, maybe just inexperience.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are young still.
And the team that he played on the Maple Creek was like conference champions, like both years. They were good. So I mean, it's got to be a lot different coming to like starting JV your freshman year, and then everybody's better.
Yeah, it's different competition, that's for sure. Nice play though.
Another and one for Tony Orr as he drives baseline and gets fouled. Tony Orr's been a nice spark off the bench here in the second quarter.
Yeah, he's helped.
Got all 5 of their points, going for 6 with this free throw.
Team 7. On the line for Carroll, number 24. Shooting 1.
Orr's free throw is rattles around, but it goes in. So Carroll, from after that 10-0 run by Northrop, they come back with a 6-0 run of their own, all by Tony Orr, and they lead 18-15 as Carroll calls the timeout.
Well, you said it, just a little bit ago. Once they were down 15-12, and Tony made, the shot and one. They said they needed a little run on their own, and just to get back to where they were before, up, they got the run of their own, and they're still having problems on offense. Northrop's defense is playing great. There's a few questionable calls out there where, could have either been a foul or, gone the way it went and wasn't called. But, either way, Northrop's defense is playing great, and their offense has made some spectacular shots off of some spectacular passes here to start this second quarter. But if Carroll can keep this lead going into halftime, I think all things will be all right.
All right, back to the game. Lowell Griggs dribbling up the court, guarded by Alex Hammond. Griggs looking for somebody to pass it to. Passes it over to number 12, Antonio Richmond. Richmond drives baseline, back out to Griggs. Griggs over to Richmond in the corner for 3. Another big shot for Northrop. Richmond has 15 of their 18 points. That's
amazing. He's got such a nice looking shot every time he takes it.
And then Austin Thomas dribbles up, dishes over to Chris Terry, swings it around to Alex Hammond. And Hammond drives, but they're going to call an illegal screen on Tony Orr.
That was probably a good call. I don't think Tony agrees with it, but I think it was probably a good call.
So Northrop gets the ball back. They pass it into Lowell Griggs. Griggs dribbling up the court again. Looking for somebody to pass to. Nobody's open, and they're going to call a foul on Northrop.
Not really sure what that one was called on.
Oh, it might have been maybe 5 seconds in the paint. I don't know.
That could be.
Well, either way, Carroll retains possession. Logan Hilly just comes in. He inbounds to Alex Hammond, who Hammond falls down. They're going to call a travel on him. That's a little,
That's a questionable call there.
questionable call. Maybe thought it probably should have been a foul, but they're going to call him, give him a travel. There's another turnover for Carroll as Richmond inbounds it to Griggs. Griggs back over to Richmond. And they're going to call a push-off maybe on Richmond. Now they're going to call an illegal screen on number 11, Joe Fast. So Carroll gets the ball back. It's just been weird turn of events there as both teams just swapping possession.
Yeah, just some odd calls there that you don't see normally. Of course, the travel you see quite a bit, but the way it happened, just a little bit odd.
Hilly inbounds to Hammond. He gets over to Thomas. Thomas dribbles up court fast. He goes
Nice
straight for the
move.
layup, but off the back of the rim, a little bit too strong. Rebound by number 24, Robert Martin. It's over to Griggs. Griggs swings it over to Joe Fast. And back out to Richmond. Richmond into Martin. Martin with a little hook shot that is either blocked or just a really bad shot, but I think they're going to give the block to Keller Gutierrez on that one. Good defense. As Hammond dribbles up the court over to Gutierrez, swings it around to Logan Hilly. Hilly dribbles around back over to Austin Thomas, swings it around to Hammond. He gives it over to Thomas. Thomas drives in. Misses the first shot, but gets his own rebound and the putback. So Carroll jumps out to a 20-18 lead here with a minute left in the second.
Great offense there by Austin Thomas, really by himself there.
And Griggs dribbles up the court, and they're going to call a foul. Another weird foul, and they're going to call it. They'll call a push-off on Low Griggs, offensive foul. So Carroll gets the ball back. Logan Hilly to inbound.
Been a lot of calls on both teams here in the early going.
Yeah, especially in the second quarter.
Yeah.
A lot of offensive fouls and weird fouls like that.
Yeah.
Right. As Logan Hilly calls in the inbounds play. And Hilly, somebody passes, he's going to throw it across court to Gutierrez, who gives it back to Tony Orr, as Orr dribbles up the court. Or pass to Hilly, stolen away, as Richmond gets the and one on the fast break, as they're going to call a foul on Tony Orr. Second, I thought Richmond was just going to take off and dunk it.
Yeah, and I think that's why Tony didn't like the fact that he stole the ball away on his pass. I don't know if Tony was just trying to not even get him any points, but
it's a hard physical play.
Yeah, he didn't want him to dunk on him, that's for sure.
And Richmond, he's 6'2", so that's
yeah.
I don't know how high he can jump or whatever. If you're 6'2", it's
easy. I mean, they make those 6'2" guys and above make it look easy sometimes.
As Richmond makes his first free throw. Oh, they're going to call, I think they call a technical foul, or intentional foul on Tony Orr, so Richmond's going to get 2 free throws. Now he gets 1 free throw, and then they're going to inbound the ball, so I think they call it technical.
Technical, yeah, because intentional, it was a little questionable if it was, I don't really know what the technical was on.
I think it was just a hard foul by Orr, but I
I don't know.
We don't want to let the other team get any easy layups.
Yeah,
he didn't try to
see
hurt
that
him.
a lot, yeah.
He wasn't like knocking him down. He just kind of pushed him off. Austin Thomas with the steal, and that ball is ripped.
Yeah.
And they're gonna call. I think they're gonna say that number 23, Danye Lipsy, was out of bounds when he recovered the ball after he stole it. So Carroll's gonna keep possession.
Almost looked like a foul there to me, and I think Austin Thomas had the same idea. I mean, I don't know. It kind of looked close to a foul there, but it might have been out of bounds as well.
So the inbounds by Alex Hammond. Hammond comes in for Thomas. He gives it over to Orr. Orr passes it over to Hilly. Hilly back over to Hammond. Hammond over to Orr for 3. Too long. Rebound by Joe Fast. Nice steal by Tony Orr. Keller Gutierrez recovers it, and he misses the open layup.
Oh.
And they're going to give Northrop the ball. That's questionable because Tony Orr and
maybe he hit it from behind, but it looked from here that definitely it could have easily been Carroll ball on that one.
Orr and Lipsy both went up for the ball, and ricocheted down. They're going to say that Orr touched it last. He's got 5 seconds left in this quarter, and Here comes Lipsy over to Robert Martin, shoots the three, and he drains it right at the buzzer. And now we're going to go into halftime, 24-20 Northrop over the Carroll Chargers. And you've been listening to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports, and we'll be back after the break to bring you the second half.
This is Coach Beasley, and you're listening to Charger basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Welcome back, Charger fans. We're starting here the third quarter between your Chargers and the Northrop Bruins. This is a JV game. We got a big varsity game coming up right after this. The highly anticipated blackout is starting to begin. As the second half of the JV game is underway, number 13 for Northrop. Trevor Wilson has it. He had a huge, I'm sorry, that was not Wilson. The shot there by Northrop is missed. It'll stay in Northrop's possession. Trevor Wilson will have the ball, but he traveled.
I'm trying to say Richmond.
Yeah, I got the numbers screwed up there.
Richmond had a huge half. He had 18 of Northrop's 24 points in the first game.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, the offense he put together. Carroll will keep it. Number 25, Alex Hammond has the ball. He'll give it over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez trying to find somebody down court. He drives it himself. Gutierrez will try to make a move, a nice spin move there, and getting over to Chris Terry for the open shot, and he misses it. A great looking offensive possession there, mainly by Gutierrez making space, but the missed shot by Carroll. Northrop will have it, number 31. Brandon Wanger will have it. Now goes over to Northrop's number 12. Antonio Richmond, who had the big first half, he'll miss. Carroll will have it. Chris Terry has the ball up the court. Chris Terry over to Converset. He had a big three-point shot earlier in the game. Now over to Gutierrez. Now over to Austin Thomas. Thomas trying to make a move. Thomas kicks it back out to Chris Terry. Terry over to a wide-open shot for Carroll, and again a bad miss. But Gutierrez there for the save, but it'll go right to Northrop. As number 12, Antonio Richmond will bring it up. Richmond dribbles between the legs a little bit, getting it over to Trevor Wilson. Wilson trying to make a move. Over to number 31 for Northrop is Brandon Wanger. And yeah, you said a great pass and a nice shot there by Brandon Wanger.
They had some impressive passes in the first half. And
yeah, they really did. Yeah, and that's a main factor of why, one of the main factors of why they're up by 6. Carroll has it. Keller Gutierrez takes a shot, but I think it was blocked from behind by number 12, Antonio Richmond. Richmond tries to pass it up, and he'll get it over to Brandon Wanger, but he just couldn't keep hold of the ball there, so goes out of bounds. Carroll will take possession over as Chris Terry will take it out of bounds. Guarding him is number 24, Robert Martin, and a nice steal there by number 13, Trevor Wilson, but obviously he steps out of bounds, and it'll stay with Carroll as Chris Terry will try to make another inbounds pass. The last one not ending up too well. Chris Terry passing it into number 25, Alex Hammond. Hammond now just taking it himself. The rest of the offense run down to get the offense started here. Hammond getting it over to Chris Terry. Terry over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez will kick it over to Austin Thomas. Thomas driving. He'll take the shot. Another nice defensive play. Too nice. As it's a foul on number 31, Brandon Wanger, who has the sole points of this second half so far, as we're just a little over 2 minutes into the game. And Austin Thomas will take 2 shots. His first shot is up and makes a nice shot there. It's 26-21 Northrop. Austin Thomas with his second shot. It's up. And he nails the second one, so a big 2 points there off free throws. Gets the first 2 points of Carroll for the second half. Both by Austin Thomas on the free throws. Now, Wilson will have it. He'll kick it over to Lowell Griggs, who just keeps control of it before it goes out of bounds. Then the foul over by Austin Thomas, who just made the free throws. And on the out of bounds, it'll stay with Northrop. Lowell Griggs trying to kick it in. He'll give it over to Trevor Wilson. Wilson Playing around with the ball. A nice pass into Richmond. Antonio Richmond makes a nice turnaround, but just missed it off the back of the rim. Nice rebound there by Brandon Wanger. He misses it, but he initiates the contact and gets to go to the line for two shots. The Blackout Neon Nation starting to pile their way in here as the varsity game is just getting started here in a little over an hour, or a little under an hour, and that's a highly anticipated game between Carroll and Northrop. That first free throw shot is put in by number 31, Brandon Wanger. Wanger now setting up for his second shot. Wanger, the sole 4 points here for Northrop here in this third quarter. Austin Thomas will get it into Converset. He's having trouble trying to get it in. He'll get over to Hammond. Hammond over to Hilly. Hilly controls it. Hammond bringing it up now. Hammond makes a nice move over to Converset. A nice pass, but it was bumped around a little bit. I thought Keller Gutierrez would get control of the ball, but he doesn't. And number 24, Robert Martin, will have it. The three, as off the pass by Martin, is missed by Danier Lipsy. And Carroll will get the nice rebound. Now Hammond will bring it over. Almost stolen there by Martin. Gutierrez will keep the ball. He'll make a nice drive to the hoop, and he'll just make it. A great job there by Keller Gutierrez. He's done great driving up to the hoop. Pretty much this whole game, when he gets space, he can't be stopped once he drives up.
Leading Carroll in points with 9.
Yeah, he's done a great job. The shot there on the offensive possession by Northrop. The shot there was taken by Danielle Lipsy. A foul was called, but not a shooting foul, so it'll just come out of bounds. And the pass into Brandon Wanger. Wanger will kick it out over to Lowell Griggs. Lowell Griggs, a nice kick out to Trevor Wilson. Wilson making some nice thick moves, but Austin Thomas not flinching. Over to Martin. Martin trying to control. Martin over to number 23, Danier Lipsy. Lipsy trying to look in. He'll just give it over to Lowell Griggs. Griggs will make a bad pass over to Brandon Wanger. It's stolen by Austin Thomas. Over to Alex Hammond. He'll drive in. He'll miss off the glass. A nice rebound by Converset, but he's fouled on the shot. He didn't score, but he initiated the contact, and he'll get to go to the line for two shots. 2:02 left here in this third quarter. It's 28-24 Northrop. That first shot by Converset bounces around a little bit, but ultimately is missed.
Also in for Carroll, number 3, Chris Terry.
So the score will stay the same at 28-24. Converset's second shot is nailed. So it's now 28-25. Northrop lead. Bringing it up for Northrop is Lowell Griggs. Griggs over to Danier Lipsy. Lipsy back to Griggs. A whistle is called, and it's a push-off, I believe, on Carroll. And yes, that's what it will be called. And it is on Blake Converset. So Northrop will keep possession. A nice pass into Wanger, and he'll take the shot. And contact was made, so he'll get a shot for a three-point play here. A great job there by Brandon Wanger. Wanger just off the inbounds, took a dribble, stepped back, made a nice shot, and contact was made, so he'll get a three-point play chance, and he'll miss the free throw. A nice rebound there by Chris Terry, but great defense there by number 13, Trevor Wilson, as Chris Terry had some speed going up court. It was tipped out of bounds, though, by number 13, Trevor Wilson of Northrop. It'll stay in Carroll's possession, but ultimately kind of helps Northrop set up their defense a little more. Chris Terry will get it into Keller Gutierrez. Gutierrez trying to drive up, and he'll just miss. A nice try there, just tried to get around two people. To bring it up for Northrop is number 21, Lowell Griggs.
The offensive foul on Griggs, he kind of flies in there out of control. And
yeah, that one could have gone either way, but I think that was a good call. Tried passing it off, made it look like, and he doesn't agree with it, of course, but You know, those are one of those plays. Those are the hardest plays to call. Those charges or blocking fouls, and yeah, I mean, half the time it's really just a toss-up. You just gotta make a good judgment call by the ref, and I think he made a pretty good judgment call there. So Carroll will keep it, or will take possession of it rather. Austin Hilly trying to look in. Hilly, great defense again by Northrop, but he'll find a wide open Chris Terry. He'll just take it back and let the offense set up. Chris Terry looking around, kicks it back over to Hilly. Hilly will find Austin Thomas for three, and he'll nail it. Great offensive possession there by Carroll. That's what they needed. And now they're only down by 2. But on the offensive possession by Northrop, taken by number 24, Robert Martin, is an air ball. Not what Northrop needed. Now Carroll will have it off the Chris Terry pass. Keller Gutierrez has it. Gutierrez looking around over to Hilly. Almost stolen there by Danier Lipsy, but held in by Hilly. He'll pass over to Thomas, who will give it over to Gutierrez. Hilly will get a wide open 3, and he'll miss. But nice offensive rebound there by Keller Gutierrez. He's fouled in, makes the shot. So a chance here for Carroll to regain the lead.
Nice play by Gutierrez. Gets the rebound and one putback.
That was really something there. These last 2 possessions really by Carroll. Aside from the wild shot there by Hilly, I don't think he's known for taking too many shots. He was just wide open trying to take, the shot that he had right in front of him. But a nice offensive rebound. Gutierrez now to take the lead, and he'll nail it. That's big for Carroll to regain the lead. So now some changes will be made as it looks like Blake Jackson for Carroll making his first appearance of the game. On the other side, it looks like number 14, John McKinney, coming back in. He had some time there in the first half for Northrop. It should be all the changes that have been made by both teams. Northrop will get it. Carroll up 31-30. That's a wild pass by Northrop. Tried keeping it in. It would have gone to Carroll anyways, but he stepped out of bounds. Now a timeout is called. I believe it's a timeout by Northrop. Probably a good time to call a timeout. They've had some trouble on offense here.
Carroll's got a 6-0 run going and try to slow down the momentum.
Yeah, I think they're doing a real good job of, trying to regain control of this game. And, I'll say this, Northrop looks a little bit fancier on both sides of the ball with their moves they have and the passing that they have. But, ultimately, Carroll's got the lead. And, at the end of the day, that's all you want is to, finish the day off with more points than the other team. And I think it's going to be a toss, and who wins. It's just going to come down to whoever's making their shots. Yeah, I don't think it even has to do with defense. I think, whether they make their shots or not, defense is going to play well on both sides. They're just going to have to make, either team, if they want to win, they're going to have to make some big, good shots. And we'll see what happens here. Blake Converset, as we come out from the timeout, will come in and pass over to Hilly from the out of bounds. Hilly over to Hammond, a nice pass over to a wide open Blake Jackson. He'll nail it. And he's excited as he comes off the bench to get some much needed points there. Austin Hilly guarding as number 23, Danier Lipsy, has it. He'll give it over to Trevor Wilson. Wilson trying to set up the offense here. Wilson bringing it back out a bit. Looking around, he's going to take the final shot as there's 6 seconds left. Trevor Wilson will look around. He'll make a nice pass over for 3 to tie it, and it won't happen. A nice rebound there by Chris Terry. The guy you wanted taking the 3-point shot there to end the third quarter as the buzzer went off was Antonio Richmond. He took it there, and he missed a shot that he's made pretty much this whole game. But that'll be the end of the third quarter. We got one more quarter left. It's a close game. Your Chargers lead the Northrop Bruins 33-30. You're listening to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
Listening to CSBN, the Carroll Sports Broadcasting Network, the worldwide leader in Charger sports. Charger sports. Charger sports.
JV game between Carroll Chargers and Northrop Bruins. The inbound pass into Alex Hammond, and Hammond dishes it over to Tony Orr, and I think they're going to call a push-off on Orr. So I saw some kind of offensive foul on Orr because he does not look happy with the call. And inbound from Brandon Wanger over to Trevor Wilson. Wilson brings up the court, dishes it over to Danye Lipsy, dishes it back out to McKinney. They're going to call offensive foul on Northrop. I think illegal screen or push off or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, so Carroll's going to get the possession back. The score right now is 33-30. Carroll with the lead. A bad inbound pass is taken by Trevor Wilson. Wilson backs it up. He's getting guarded by Keller Gutierrez. Passes it in to Wanger. Wanger stolen away by Gutierrez, and he's going to knock it out of bounds. So Northrop's going to retain possession.
Good defense to start out here for the Chargers. It's what they need, up by 3 here with only 5:26 left in the game.
Like you said earlier, I mean, Northrop's they've been fancier. Maybe knock down more. They had more highlight plays and stuff, but at the end of the day, Carroll's got the lead, and that's really all that matters.
Yeah.
They're called travel on Danye Lipsy.
Well, you said it. I mean, I mentioned it earlier. I mean, they've had nice plays, but just like that, they've had a lot of turnovers. I mean, both teams have, but Northrop's had some, killers on offense and defense with the fouls.
Inbound from Terry goes into Alex Hammond. Hammond dribbles up court. He's going to pass it in to Keller Gutierrez, who's looking for somebody to pass it to. He passes it back over to Hammond. Hammond drives in. They're going to call a blocking foul, I think, on number 14, John McKinney. So Carroll's going to, Rudy was not in the act of shooting, so he's going to inbound it in to Tony Orr. He just swings it down to Chris Terry. Swings Austin Thomas back to Hammond in the corner for 3. Off the back of the iron is
a much needed shot there for Carroll.
Rebound by Danye Lipsy, who passes it over to Trevor Wilson, who he misses the mid-range jumper. Rebound by Austin Thomas. Thomas goes coast to coast and one. What a play by Austin Thomas. That's a big play there. Carroll's a 5-point lead, and if he knocks down this free throw, go up to 6 points, which be tough deficit to come back.
Austin Thomas has played absolutely amazing tonight.
Point guard, he's got 9 points.
Yeah, he's really been, you can say Keller Gutierrez is down in deep.
Yeah, he's got
Austin Thomas is really, on both sides of the ball, I think played really great, and he's hit much needed free throws when he's been at the free throw line. Let's see if he can nail this one.
Thomas knocks down this free throw, though. Him and Gutierrez will have combined for 22 of Carroll's 35 points. And the shot rattles around the rim and goes in for Thomas, gets a friendly bounce, so Carroll jumps out to the 6-point lead. But like you said, I mean, there's that great freshman class from Maple Creek that's coming in this year. We also got to look at sophomores, and Austin Thomas is a good point guard. He's got 10 points. Keller Gutierrez has 12, and even Logan Haley off the bench. He doesn't have any points, but I mean, he's good facilitating, and he has a really nice 3-point shot when he's open.
Yeah, and he just missed that 3-point shot that he had wide open. I mean, obviously, he's not the tallest one on the court, but
he still has room to grow.
But he made this team for a reason. He's not normally their big shooter. But when he's open, he'll make his shots. But you're right, Haley has played great. He's really facilitated the ball, as you said, around. And he's one of those team leaders. At that time out there, you could just see him vocally getting into the action, telling this team to, finish this game off and win this big one.
So that's being said, I think Carroll basketball is a pretty bright future.
Yeah, yep, a good couple of years ahead for him, I think.
You got freshman Chandler White, who's one of the best freshman recruits in the nation, not just in Indiana.
I know.
He'll be the building block, but then you gotta put good players around him. You can't just have one person carry your team. Northrop puts that mid-range jumper out of the timeout, so cut the deficit down to 4. 4:10 to go in this game, and they're gonna call a.
Oh, it was a nice steal there by Northrop there on that inbounds. Just really what Northrop needed there. Down by 6 at that timeout.
I think they're going to call a 5-second violation on Northrop, on Carroll, so Northrop's going to get the ball as Will Griggs inbounds it over to Antonio Richmond. Richmond loses the ball but regains it over to Griggs for 3, and he knocks it down. So just like that, a timeout, Northrop gets 5 quick points, and now the lead's only 1.
Yeah, great called timeout there by the coach, but driving up, a nice pass, and Tony Orr's wide open, and he'll make a shot. So back up by 3 is Carroll, 38-35 with 3:47 to go.
Looks like we're in for an interesting end of this game, and both teams are coming out energized, not getting their shots. So
yeah, well, it's they know it's time for both teams. That this is the time where you got to win these games. Ooh. Keller Gutierrez and Tony Orr not very happy with that call right there. Both of them kind of staring at the ref as if, kind of what call was that?
They're going to call it foul on Gutierrez.
Yeah.
So Griggs is going to go to the stripe, shoot 2 free throws. The first one gets a roll, goes in, so across the deficit down to 2. He sets up for his second free throw. Second free throw's up and it rattles out, so still got 38-36 lead for Carroll. Pass up to Alex Hammond in the corner. When Chris Terry back out to Hammond. Screen by Carroll, wide open to Chris Terry, pump fakes. Going to drive in and kicks that glass. Oh, and it rolls out.
That could have been big.
Yep. Rebound by Robert Martin for Northrop. Dishes it over to Will Griggs. Griggs getting dangerous, goes to the half-court line. He dribbles around, gets the screen from Martin. Griggs is going to just... Timeout. Northrop calls a timeout because, I don't know, clearly nothing was going on that possession with whatever play they called or whatever they were trying to do, so they're going to try to reset and get better opportunity.
Well, it's a big, this is going to be a great finish. You said it. Both teams looking for a big win, a 2-point game. And, I think that's why this timeout was called. It was much needed. And, I think both coaches, it's a big teaching moment here, really. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this game, but I'm excited for this ending here. Kind of as a beginning to a great night with the EN Nation blackout game. So the buzzer will ring off. Both teams will break their huddles, and last 2:56 is coming up here. 38-36, your Chargers lead here in the JV game against the Northrop Bruins. Northrop will keep it. Martin will get it. Martin over to Trevor Wilson. Wilson trying to look for something. Wilson trying to pass. Give it over to Richmond. Antonio Richmond will get it over to number 21. Lowell Griggs. Griggs over to Trevor Wilson. Wilson back to Griggs. A lot of time being taken up here on this offensive possession, but that's what Northrop wants. Richmond, the guy you want in his hands, gives it over to Martin. Martin almost pumps fakes there. Now the travel is called. And Lowell Griggs not happy at all. He made that vocal to the ref. So now Carroll will have the ball. Chris Terry into Hammond. Hammond will get it stripped from behind by Lowell Griggs. Another great defensive play by Lowell Griggs. Griggs passes it into Trevor Wilson, and Wilson, I believe, is fouled. No, I think it's going to go on Northrop. I'm not really sure what the call is. I think it might be 5 seconds in the key, I believe. So that's a big turnover for Northrop here in a close game. That's something that Northrop didn't need. Chris Terry gets it into Hammond. Hammond will kick it right out back to him before it gets stolen. Chris Terry looking around, finds Tony Orr. Tony Orr looking around. He'll drive up. He'll make a nice drive. Now looking for a pass. Chris Terry for a three. He almost took the shot, but Martin there for the defense. Gets it over to Hammond. Hammond dribbling around, trying to drive in. Kicks it back out to Gutierrez. who again tries to take his shot. He doesn't. Gives it over to Chris Terry. Over to Hammond.
Running a lot of clock off is really what you want here.
Yep. Chris Terry will have the ball. Keller Gutierrez will try to take the shot. Great defense there by Northrop, but keeping it is Carroll, and a just missed. And Keller Gutierrez, you know, has to be frustrated on that one. That one just missed. It was really a great offensive possession by Carroll. They
ran down about a minute.
Yeah. I mean, they could have really put a lot of pressure on Northrop, but they'll keep the ball low. Griggs will give it over to Richmond. Richmond kicking out to Trevor Wilson. Nice defense there by Austin Thomas, but keeping it is Wilson. Wilson looking around. He'll find Martin. Martin trying to find a pass. No one's really open. He'll just give it back out to Trevor Wilson. Great defense here by Carroll. Trevor Wilson with the shot over to Martin. He's inside. He'll make a nice shot, and it'll just hit off the back of the rim. Nice rebound there by Chris Terry. Maybe fouling time here. Coming up here for Northrop here in not too long.
I think probably once again in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a foul right there on Low Griggs.
I don't really know if he meant that one, though, and he's not happy at all. The ref calls it, and he kind of jumped a little, and you can hear the words coming out of his mouth there. You can definitely read his lips. Not really suitable for our commentary, but it'll stay with Carroll. More importantly, instead of staying with Carroll, it'll be 2 shots, maybe a 2-possession lead here for Carroll. It's the bonus, though, so he's got to make this first one. Alex Hammond will take the first shot of 2. His first shot is up, and he'll make it. A big shot.
Now it's 3-point lead, and they have a chance to extend it to 4, which would make it a 2-possession game, barring the chance of a 4-point play.
That too, and
unlikely.
Yeah, that being in the bonus, he misses that. It could easily just go right back up to the ball back right to Northrop. He'll take his second shot though, and it is nailed. 2 huge shots by Alex Hammond when they needed him most.
Yeah, 40-36 lead. Carroll right here, 43.4 seconds as Northrop gets the ball back.
Trevor Wilson will have it. He'll kick it out to number 14, John McKinney. There's another timeout called, I believe, by Northrop.
They'll try to drop a play, maybe get a 3 or a quick 2. Or
they need something with 35 seconds left. So, what strategy for both teams here do you think?
I think Carroll's going to play good defense, not allow no 3-pointers. I mean, give them tough 2s, but we don't want to amount of fouls. If you're Carroll and they're thinking about getting easy layup, this foul, make them earn their points from the stripe. Because, I mean, as we've seen, free throws aren't really reliable in JV games.
Yeah, they're not gimmies. They aren't. In any high school level, I believe they're not ever gimmies. I think you're right. I think if you're Northrop, you've got to take your shots and you got to take them quick, but they've got to be good shots. If you're Carroll, on the hand, if you're on offense, wait until they foul you or just hold it until whenever. The inbounds pass there by Richmond goes off the hands of Brandon Wenger, who's been really quiet since he really had a big 7 points to start the second quarter. Almost stolen by Chris Terry. Almost had the steal, couldn't get it. Richmond will throw it into Wenger. Wenger will get it back to him. A deep 3 by Richmond, and he banks it in.
Wow. That's Richmond's. He had 18 of their first 24 points, and he hasn't really scored since. That's a big shot.
That's why he's your big player,
That's almost NBA range 3-pointer, and he banks it in.
That was amazing.
I don't know. It could have been with the bank. You never really know, but if it was actually skill or just luck, but he made it, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. And NBA players make it off banks all the time. So, just you could hear our reaction saying, "Oh wow!" I mean, it was really something. That shot in a pressure moment when there's more and more fans starting to come. It's big. That was big. So now a little bit closer. So we anticipate here Northrop will probably try to foul down by 40 to 39. There's 26.4 seconds left. Number 21, Austin Thomas will try to inbound it. Nice defense again, finding a wide open Tony Orr. Almost stole there by number 24, Robert Martin, but in the end, he does get the foul. That only took off 2 seconds, so ultimately, if you're on Northrop's side, it's pretty good. Didn't take off too much time, and it's still, that three is big. That last three that was made by Richmond is huge because of the fact that Orr makes both these. They can still hit a three and tie this ball game.
Tony Orr must be like their good free throw shooter because the play was specifically designed for him.
Yeah.
And he makes the first one, so he seemed to really have a lot of trust in his free throw.
Yeah, it was either him or Austin Thomas, and Austin Thomas threw it in to begin with. So I think either way, you went with a pretty good choice. So. The second shot by Tony Orr is nailed. So, again, 2 big free throws there by Tony Orr. Tony Orr makes this game a 3-point game. Now rushing up the court was Trevor Wilson, getting it to the Northrop bench so they could have it right beside there. They take the timeout. Still only took about 4 seconds off. So with 20.3 seconds left, it's going to come down the end. We've been staying here for a while. Both teams have made some nice shots, but both teams have made some mistakes throughout the game. Now it comes down to this, where you need to be on your best, best playing ability right now, if you want to win this ball game. Who comes out on top?
I'll go with Carroll because, that first three, maybe a little bit of a fluke. But if they knock out another three, hopefully they knock out for Carroll. Hopefully it's like a quick shot, but we really will allow no three-pointers, which really, I think they were trying to do last possession, but
Richmond
just kind of chucked it off as soon as he got it. So, he's getting a quick shot, trying to force him into a quick shot, a bad shot, and then hopefully, if for some reason they do make it, you may have a couple seconds to get off the counter shot of your own.
Yeah, I think you're right. I believe Carroll can pull this one out in front of our home crowd, but they need some big defense right here. The pass in from Wilson to Richmond, who just made the great shot. He might be trying to take another one. He'll kick it out to Martin. Martin's had a rough day, and he'll just miss that one. He'll take another shot though. And he'll just miss that one. Now that one goes out of bounds. Who are they going to say it's on? Oh, man. It'll stay in Northrop's possession. That one could have gone either way, and the ref really kind of hesitated to make an answer there.
Yeah, Martin with the first three, it's back rim.
He said, here comes the last couple seconds. That one out, and that'll go out of bounds, and this one's going to go to Carroll.
Nice defense by Tony Orr, their best defensive player. They put him on Richmond, who's killed him all game.
That was really something.
Last possession, first part of that possession, he made Richmond give up the ball because he couldn't get a three, and then Martin barely missed both of those two.
Yeah. Austin Thomas trying to inbound it, and he can't, so he'll do the wise thing, a good choice, and call the timeout with 3.7 seconds left. Yeah, let's just run through that one more time. Martin, Robert Martin, he's struggled from that three-point line tonight, but he hasn't missed by much. There's been some players who, on both teams who've had air balls throughout the game. He's just missing, hitting the back rim, and he just did the exact same thing. The second one was even closer than the first.
Second one just moved the net a little bit.
It rolled around a couple times. It definitely, and he's kicking himself. He wants to have that moment where he can finish off this game with a win for Northrop.
He can just tie, set it over.
Yeah, and with 6.7 seconds left, the ball went out of bounds under the rim, under Northrop's rim here. Carroll's rim, and it could have gone out either way. I don't know, it was a questionable call, but they called it out on Carroll. Northrop got it. The ball was inbounded. It was battered around. Great defense there again by Carroll. They've had great defense really this last whole possession that Northrop had. Yeah. And went out of bounds again, and Carroll got the ball. That one was pretty obvious. And that pass from Austin Thomas into Hilly.
Hilly's fouled.
Hilly's fouled.
That is Northrop's, I think, 10th team foul, so that's a double bonus right there. So that Carroll will automatically get 2 shots.
Yep, get the 2 shots. So one shot will
basically win it. One shot will win it.
Nail in the coffin for this one. Let's see if Carroll can get this done. Austin Hilly.
Logan Hilly.
Logan Hilly, I'm sorry.
You're thinking of his brother, Austin Hilly. He graduated last year.
Yeah, Austin Hilly. Yeah, that's my bad. Logan Hilly will take the shot. And he missed the first one. That's all right. If he nails the second one, it's all
right. Austin's in the crowd right now. I can see him.
Yeah, I just missed that one up. His second shot is missed.
Again.
So Northrop taking one last shot. Oh my God!
Hits the rim. Another rim. Hits the backboard. That was close. If it would have been online, he might have made that.
Yeah, the odds of that happening was slim to none, but it came close. So a great game. We'll just do the post-game show with the varsity starting up now. So, we have to give our team player for Carroll. I think it comes down either to Austin Thomas or to Keller Gutierrez. Your vote?
I'll give it to Keller.
I think that's a pretty good choice. First of all, Austin Thomas, both on offense and defense, played great. He was spectacular, making shots, especially at the free throw line. And we can't just, forget about Orr in the shots he made. But I think you're right, Keller Gutierrez overall. Not just the most points, but the drives he made on offense really separated the game.
You gotta get Orr consideration because he plays varsity too. So there's like a quarter of them. I think it's like 5 or 6 quarters between the two. So they could only play him for 2 quarters of JV game.
That's true. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that is something that Carroll had to work with today, and that made it a little tough for them. And then in the loss for Northrop, you can't discredit Antonio Richmond. You can't just skim over him. He had more than half of the team's points, 21 out of 39. That's unheard of.
18 of the first 24.
He slowed down a bit, which I think the rest of the Northrop team did a great job in trying to keep this game close. But you can definitely tell that he's going to be a big player in this varsity team that will be coming up here in a little bit. This varsity team in the future. He's definitely going to, with Brent and Bryson, they have, they're juniors, so working with them, it's going to be nice. I can definitely tell you that. But overall, a great win for Carroll, a win needed in front of their home crowd, in front of the blackout as it started to pile in here towards the end of the first game. And a great finish, and hopefully it'll lead to the second game. But that really wraps up this Carroll post-game show between the your Carroll Chargers, and the Northrop Bruins in the JV game. The Carroll Chargers did a big win here in front of their home crowd, 42-39. This is Matt Michael with
Stephen Davish, and
you've been listening to CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.
You've been listening to Charger Basketball on CSBN, the worldwide leader in Charger sports.